This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shashina Wool. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Bimini economy getting another major injection this weekend as Resorts World Superfast Ferry made its inaugural voyage from the Port of Miami. The ferry is projected to deliver thousands of visitors to the island of Bimini each year. Ricardo Lightborn was among the passengers making the trip on board the ferry this weekend.
The check-in process at the Port of Miami was smooth for the Resorts World Bimini Superfast Ferry inaugural voyage. The Minister of Tourism and President of Genting in conversation before the 2-hour cruise. It's an historical day for Bimini and indeed the Bahamas as the Resorts World Superfast Ferry makes its inaugural trip into Bimini. Early morning boarding here in the Port of Miami. Everybody's got their passport tickets and we're off to Bimini. The Superfast Ferry departure from the Port of Miami was an awesome one and the experience for everybody on board. On deck, the visitors making the inaugural voyage were excited and enjoyed the service and hospitality. So much that members of the media also got into the act. The ship casino buzzing with activity for the first time and well received by the tourists making the voyage to Bimini. On the bridge, the Superfast Ferry, Tourism Minister Obi Wilshcombe, the honorary captain of the voyage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bimini. The Resorts World Superfast Ferry anchored offshore, the tenders waiting to transport visitors to the shore. On board the tender, they are ready to share in the Bimini experience. A wonderful welcome to the island of Bimini. The world-famous Royal Bahamas Police Force band to welcome the folks coming in. And there's also junk canoe as the hundreds of tourists got their first taste of Bahamian entertainment. Colin Au, president of Genting, was excited with the progress made and things to come.
Really appreciate being welcome here, and there will be a lot of benefits for Biminites. Firstly, we will lower the cost of all the cargo that they bring here. 2, we're going to improve their quality of life because every day they can get fresh produce from Florida to be in their homes. And of course, thirdly, we will bring a lot of tourism and benefits to the economy in Bimini.
Prime Minister Perry Christie congratulated the Genting Group for investing in Bimini and the approval of the jetty and terminal for the Superfast Ferry.
Before year end, the developers will complete at their expense the construction of a deep water jetty and terminal for the berthing of the Superfast Ferry. The developers and the government will ensure that the facility will neither be obtrusive in appearance nor cause damage to the environment, which must be protected at all times.
Prime Minister Christie said the $150 million expansion is a public-private sector relationship that will enhance the resort and potential for the island of Bimini.
The Bimini Airport is being upgraded to facilitate night flights on larger aircraft. And if you're leaving by aircraft today, you will see the evidence out there at the air terminal, at the airport and the airstrip. 2, the streets of Bimini are to be improved and properly lighted, and a system of adequate transportation put in place to efficiently accommodate movement of large numbers of passengers. And that is clear. Other infrastructural works are to be undertaken to improve the general appearance of the destination.
The nation chief said the government of the Bahamas is pleased with the development and will ensure that the people of Bimini become owners and entrepreneurs as a result of the Resort World Bimini investment. Ricardo Lightborn, ZRS Network News.
Resorts World Bimini Superfast Ferry offers a 2-hour cruise to Bimini. The Minister of Tourism and Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Obi Wilshcombe, said he is pleased with the progress of the new investment over in Bimini.
This effort by Genting is another step toward the economic and social liberation of Bimini. What you have to appreciate now is that Bimini will have an anchor, and more of the Biminites will be able to participate in the growth and development of the economy of Bimini. It will also help to transform the social environment of Bimini. It will cause more to have a sense of, well, yes, I can, and I can become. I must prepare. It will help our educational system improve. It will help our people generally in their mindset. So I think that we have come a long way. I feel very good about where we are. I know there's still a lot of work to be done, because you can't just have it and not have the people ready for it. And you can't not put in place what we're putting in place and allow it to outgrow the people.
Now, Welshcombe said the massive investment in Bimini is a good partnership that will benefit the country immensely.
40 years we've caused for political and social independence. It's now time for economic independence. So to do that, you must have, first and foremost, the companies that will help you, the engine that will cause this rise and growth of our economy, and then Bahamians must be able to participate. So when you look at Allenstown, Bimini now, that must come alive again. That must be what it was when I went there 20 plus years ago. It must be that exciting place where you can go to shops, where you can go to jewelry stores, where you can go to nightclubs, where you can have a good time, restaurants and everything else in Allenstown, and at the same time you can go to Bimini Bay, and at the same time you can go to Bimini Sands, or you can go to the big game if you wish. And we must cause always that the culture that's so unique in Bimini to stand out.
And still on news from Bimini, 5 residents were hauled before the court last week to be charged with attacking a young DJ who had just relocated to that island from Grand Bahama. 4 adult males and a juvenile were arraigned before the island administrator over in Bimini's Magistrates Court last week in connection with an alleged attack on a young Grand Bahama man. The victim, Shavad Bodhi, was reportedly attacked by the 5 Bimini residents and stabbed several times about the body following an altercation on Wednesday night. The suspects, 18-year-old Johnny David, 36-year-old Keith Bastian, role alias Ninja Timmy, Timiko Arnett, 18, and Jermaine Henfield, age 27, were all charged with causing grievous harm. They were remanded in custody, and a preliminary inquiry is set for September 23rd. The authorities on Grand Bahama are continuing the probe into that deadly smuggling operation off Holmes Rock on Friday. Residents in the area contacted police after several bodies washed ashore Friday morning. After an intense investigation, officers recovered 8 bodies, including that of a young boy. According to police, the vessel believed to have been used in that alleged smuggling attempt has been salvaged. According to reports, a 25 to 30-foot white Bimini topboat was found submerged in about 45 feet of water. Police are still trying to determine the names of the victims involved in this incident and the person or persons responsible. Police say if you have any information on someone who may be missing, you are asked to contact the nearest police station. And as police investigations continue into that deadly human smuggling attempt in waters off Holmes Rock, a prominent member of the local Haitian community is speaking out. Tonight, he says an effort must be made to put a dent in this lucrative human smuggling operation. Our Sabrina Brown has all of the details.
I don't know why it cannot be any job creation that people could at least stop coming to the Bahamas.
Haitian community leader Bolivar Gustave is saddened by the tragedy that unfolded on Friday in Holmes Rock when 8 people lost their lives in what appears to be a smuggling operation gone bad. While it is uncertain at this time how many of the victims were Haitians, Gustave believes Haiti's new government is in a position to create a better environment for its citizens to remain at home.
They have the blessing of their godfather, Bill Clinton, who was supposed to be in charge of the reconstructions of Haiti, but he turned it over to the president of Haiti. Bill Clinton himself said it about a half of $14 billion that have been collected, a half of that money already gone to Haiti. They have the blessing of Dominican Republic, who for any previous government had repatriate Haitian. On this government, they're given an amnesty for a temporary repatriation.
But that impoverished nation still appears to be facing economic challenges that are forcing many residents to take desperate measures.
And I think Haiti have too much bosses. Right now it might be a conflict of interest in Haiti between France, America and Canada. I read and I got the news from Haiti saying that the U.S. ambassador demand that Haitians change their constitution so they could have every election one time instead of have a different type of election, presidential, parliamentarian, and so forth.
Gustave believes the Bahamas can play a vital role in helping to bring about stability in Haiti.
I think it would be in the best interest for the best interest is for the Bahamas now is that the Bahamian government make a courtesy call to the Haitian government and get together with the U.S. and let them know that it's about time to stop the hypocrisy. Come back to the real democracy, right, and help Haiti the way Haiti needs to be helped. Whatever it needs, let it have it.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.